Alright, so I just did a video about how women are not always like ladies nowadays. Um, wow, I see this in the churches. I had a group of women text me from a church. Like, I go to different churches around here, and as someone coming in, I haven't been there that often, but I have visited, and I got this group text. I wasn't asked permission, if they could text me or anything, but I did notice someone on there who I knew, and they had invited us all over for lunch. And I reached out to this lady because I didn't have her number. And on the group text, I did this, and I got basically hung up on. I got wrong number. And I'm like, this is Melissa, So this person got really disrespectful to me. Whether she intended to or not, she was just like, I would suggest that you reach out one-on-one to this person. And this is, what this group is for, basically. So I was like, oh yeah? I just said, someone was supposed to get back to me because I needed help. My son's car has these issues, and this person was going to get back to me, and they hadn't. And so instead of caring for women and thinking outside the box, they were pretty rude. The lady later apologized, but I was like, I had a couple other ladies say, I don't think that was rude. And I'm like, excuse me, you basically hung up on me. So I'm like, are you trying to argue with me? And who is this I'm talking to? You got a name? And so this lady apologized, and I'm like, honestly, you all can stuff it, basically. A nice way to say, you can go to hell, basically, after this. I work in the pro-life movement. We need women who have the love of Christ, who know how to minister and how to think outside the box. So here I am saying my son's broken down, his car won't start. They claim to be pro-life. I've seen so many churches claim to be pro-life. Yet when it comes down to it, they don't want to help. So what I'm looking for is a church that is very Christ-like. Who are we as Christians to say that we are Christians when, first of all, we don't love other people like Christ did? We don't want to lay our lives down for one another. When you are a Christian, as I have done, like I'm on a lot of channels, like I'm on, Gabe Bolt's channel, I'm on Ron Banks, I'm on Ashlyn Eaton, I'm on Matt Diavella, Nate Drew, Nate O'Brien sometimes. You invest in people. You lay down your life and you invest. And when you have people who aren't willing to do this and they call themselves pro-life, it is an offense. I said, you just spoke to me like this in Jesus' name as a new lady who has come to your church. And like I said, she apologized, and I said, you need to respect my boundary now. I asked for you to get off my phone, either block my number, start a new prayer chain, or whatever you want to do, but you have disrespected me, and you need to get off my phone and respect me. So don't be afraid, like I said, to stand up for yourself. These people, in the name of, I don't know, thinking that they have all the answers or what, think it's okay to be rude. Do not ever be afraid to stand up for yourself. And so I'm big on helping other women. I am huge on anything you need, we should be there. I mean, if Christ died for us and we have eternity and we did not deserve it, how much more should we be loving other people who don't deserve it? I have no right to not extend grace to other people, whether that's my husband or in-laws or whoever. There are boundaries, and they can't continue ganging up on you and disrespecting you and, basically slandering and gossiping about you. But there is still grace that should motivate us and drive us. So I hold church people more accountable than I do anybody else. Because when you have tasted the grace of God, you know better than anyone else how you should behave in most cases. And a lot of Christians, they'll take your money and they'll take your time, but they don't want to return, associating with you or thinking of you. So you got to just watch your back a lot in life, whether it's people who go to church or who don't. There are many people who don't even go to church and have common decency that you will not find in a church. And I hate to say this because this is Christ's body, but I mean, Paul spoke harshly to the churches too and said, do you want me to come to you with a rod of iron, basically? Do you want me to correct you and discipline you, or do you want me to come like a nurturing mother? It's your choice. Same thing with churches. When you've got churches who are being hypocritical and just not wanting to help and do what they, not practice what they preach, you do have to say something. So that's what I got for you now, ladies.